I can't find it. I think he was like approached. Joaquin Phoenix was like approached to be in the film. Then he was like, no. It was kind of funny though. I think it's somewhere Phoenix was like approached to be in Battlefield Earth, and he was like, nope. It's kind of funny though, because you look at Joaquin Phoenix, and I wish I was in the room with him if he was like reading this script and he was like approached to do it, and he's like looking at the script and looking at that person that approached him to be in it. Then he looked back at the script and he's like, I ain't doing this fucking film. And the crazy thing about it is like they spent $73 million being in this. $73 million for this film to be made. With Battlefield Earth, Forrest Whitaker expressed regret doing the film. John Travolta referenced Star Wars A New Hope, but better than Schindler's List of science fiction film during publicity. Barry Pepper said that he had known that he was going to win worst supporting actor at the Razzies. He would have shown up and accepted the award in person. Travolta approached Quentin Tarantino to direct the film, who declined. Oh man, that is crazy. Roger Ebert called the film the most hated film on his list of most hated films. Wow. Ebert, though, is kind of a sketchy person. I mean, he wrote, well, I'll just say it, he wrote softcore porn films. So, don't know what to tell you on that one. And one of them was, I found out one of the films that he wrote, remember that, I know the producer of the show remembers. Remember I talked about that actress who disappeared? Who did like 3 films and she like disappeared off the face of the earth? Sue Ling. I did an episode where I talked about haunted places and I talked about the actress Sue Ling. One of the films that Roger Ebert wrote was one of the films that she was in, called Up, which was really like the most bizarre thing I have ever found out in research. Was that Roger Ebert wrote this film back in 1976. And like, I'm not, saying like Roger Ebert was, I mean, he was he wrote for the Chicago Tribune. Then he wrote for he wrote the short film Who Killed Bambi. Like, he wrote a lot of weird shit, in my opinion. So, and well, him and L. Ron have a lot in common. They both wrote weird shit. So, this music video called "Start With Me" is about kids singing about Scientology. I can't do the video justice. You have to watch the video after the show, because the video just screams 90s. And Sorry, I had to burp. So, this video is just bizarre, creepy, weird, and a lot of bright-ass, colorful shirts. I guess it's kind of funny, though, because when I was a kid, growing up, I really didn't wear colorful, bright shirts, because I look at something like that, and I'm just thinking, like, what is wrong with you? So, let's play this creepy-ass music video called Starts With Me. Hold up. Did you hear the intro? Hold the hell up. That sounded familiar. I swear to you, that sounded familiar. That little dun, yeah. I heard that before. I heard that before. Somewhere I know I heard that before somewhere. I heard that before. I don't know where I... Alright. Now I recognized it. Michael Jackson's Thriller. I knew I recognized that fucking beat. It came from Michael Jackson's Thriller. Holy shit. I knew I recognized that. I'm not even the biggest Michael Jackson fan to begin with. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Them Scientology assholes, they just stole from the king of pop. That is the worst acting I have ever seen in a music video. And I'm not even the biggest music video aficionado. Yeah. That is definitely the 90s. Rest in peace, Michael Jackson. Amen. Like one thing that was kind of crazy is, I don't know if anyone ever remembers the Michael Jackson trial. I remember like many years ago, it was back when the E! Network was actually credible, before they became the Kardashian Network. They aired, what was it? They aired like this reenactment trial, and the dude who was like reenacting as Michael Jackson was like the whitest looking motherfucker I've ever seen. And it's not a dig at Michael Jackson. I think Michael Jackson was a very misunderstood individual. But that reenactment trial was like the worst reenactment I have ever seen. Ever. And I just look at it. I just noticed I did not do the intro of the show. So I just got right into it, like I had to talk. It was like the worst reenactment trial I have ever seen. And the dude that plays Michael Jackson doesn't even look like Michael Jackson. He looked more Mexican than he did Michael Jackson. Because he was a very short dude. Like, he was hunched over at the table and just, in the trial. Michael Jackson's like a very tall dude, very tall and slender dude. The guy that they got in the trial was not very slender. He was not a very slender individual. I don't know what it was. He didn't look like Michael Jackson. In the face, he does, but he just didn't. He wasn't like Michael Jackson, because Jackson was a very tall, slender individual, and I don't know what it was. It was a very weird trial reenactment. I remember we would watch it because we got tired of the news. Because they would have it on there all the time. It was like the trial of the century next to like O.J. Simpson's trial. But I did love the car chase though. Every time I watch it, I was thinking like I wish I had a white Ford Bronco. It was just really funny, I don't remember the car chase, so I remember they would always play it. But I forget which WrestleMania. It was a WrestleMania match between Roddy Piper, God rest his soul, and Dustin Rhodes, Goldust. And they had like this back alley fight, and before they got into like the back alley fight, they had a Ford Bronco chase, and I remember like it was on VHS. Me and my dad rented it, and we watched it. It was like $1 rental video, and we watched it. My dad was like, "Holy shit, that is the O.J. Simpson chase." I'm like, "What?" He goes, "The O.J. Simpson chase, the stupidest chase I've ever seen." But I had to watch it because it was that fucking stupid. They could have just pulled him over, but he was driving too damn slow. It was just a very dumb chase, and everyone kind of knew Jackson was innocent because, I mean, now he is, I think, innocent even more, especially when the UK, banned his music. Over a documentary, I didn't get to watch the documentary. I don't know why. I just never. I think it was just like a waste of time, in my opinion. So, anyway, back to this creepy video with children singing about Scientology and L. Ron Hubbard's. I want to make this joke. L. Ron Hubbard, old woman Hubbard. I forget what the fuck the joke was of it. Like, just his name. I know someone's probably keeping L. Ron Hubbard's books in the old cupboard. That was a joke. Sorry, I was just thinking of this Randy Quaid joke. He said Major League 2. Okay, Jonathan Taylor Thomas looking motherfucker with long ass